Hey, hi everyone, Sacred Sword here, and today we are showcasing a very bulky team which is almost impossible to kill, especially in Jungle Cup. Currently, it's very powerful. It has a very good bulk, and it's really difficult to kill this entire team. So, in first battle, you see we had Greninja in the lead. They swapped to Drapion, which was eliminated by our Wiggly, and we swapped to our tank Umbreon, and they basically have switched back to their Greninja. So Greninja is trying to throw as many hydro cannons as it can, but Umbreon is just tanking them everything, and it just keeps going for those dark pulses, which is doing quite a. And we got a shield, that's good. So we will give a shield again, and we can go for a icy wind against their Clodsire. They will get a good farm, but now we can come with our Chansey and we can just soak all that energy which is there with Clodsire. See, these earthquakes are doing almost no damage to us, so we can just keep taking earthquakes after earthquakes, and see, still our Chansey is smiling like it means nothing to it. They try to catch and go for a hydro cannon on their Greninja, but they realized that we have enough energy and they surrendered. So easy win. We go to the another matchup. We got very good lead again. Wiggly against Pangoro, but opponents switches to their, and now they are going for rock slide. I don't know why, but we have our Chansey which can tank all the attacks which is coming from, and they come back with Pangoro. So now what we can do, we can go for a dazzling gleam, which you can see has almost KO'd, and now we can just simply swap to our Wiggly, and that should be it. And I think that was the biggest threat to our Chansey Pangoro, and once it is gone, I think the other team doesn't stand a chance to beat us all, and we have to save what um, Wiggly, because this game is all about bulk. So we have to make sure that we keep our Pokemons alive. And you can see they keep going for sand tombs, but nothing is happening. So we go for it. We can soak one more even after having being debuffed, and then we can swap to our Wiggly, and we can just simply go for one more icy wind to debuff them, and then we have our full health Umbreon still there, and I think they have nowhere to go. We're just waiting it out. They're not surrendering, so we can just do one more fast move with our Chansey and get a win. These battles are really slow. I have fast forward them for us to go through, but yeah, these battles are slow, but like they are very effective. You will always get a win most of the time. You can see this time the opponent brings a Corvic Knight, which gets a attack boost, which is not good, but in comes our Umbreon, which can soak all the energy from their Corvic Knight, and they try to switch back to their mud type. We can go for dark pulses and do quite a lot of damage, and we just want to make sure that our Umbreon is alive, so we just take go for one more dark pulse, and then we swap. We get a KO anyway, so we bring on our Chansey now. They come back. They can go for as many rock wreckers as they want, but I don't think they are doing any damage. It's just all about killing their Pokemons and waiting it out. So they come back with their own Crustle, and now we bring our Chansey and just simply charm them down, and that's another win for us. So this team has insane bulk. It's really unkillable team. We get a very good lead again. They bring Diggersby. We can shield and go for one icy wind, and then we can swap to our Umbreon, because now their scorching sands will not do as much damage, and we can just simply dark pulse them. And that should be one more scorching sands, but now we can just fast move them down. In comes Altaria. We can go for dark pulses. Number 2, and they will go for attack, but we have to make sure that we keep our Umbreon alive. So we go for one more dark pulse and we swap to our Wiggly. We make sure that we throw our move before we get a KO on by them, but you can see we have done almost like 70% of their health is almost gone. So in comes our Chansey, and we can just simply fast move them down. There is no way they can like take a win from that. They can go for as many ice skill spears or the sky attacks. Chansey is standing there as if nothing is happening. So it's really, I think Chansey should be banned. But yeah, it's like nearly unkillable. This time Pelipper lead as kind of a neutral lead for us, but we bring our Umbreon to soak the energy from it, because we want to have our Wiggly alive for the charm damage, because that's insane charm damage that it does. Go for one Dark Pulse and we then go for our Wiggly, because we can just simply charm it down. We will keep it, and then they bring back their Pelipper and they let it go. So we have already gotten rid of their one Pokemon. In comes a Piloswine, but it's the time to bring on our Chansey and just simply stand there. They can go for as many charge moves as they want. It just simply takes everything which is coming its way. So let's another icicle spear coming toward. They try to swap to Dunsparce and do some damage to us, but we pot our, and now we can just simply go for a Swift from our Wiggly to get rid of it. And one Dazzling Gleam should be enough, but not yet. But two fast moves and we got a win again. Next matchup we have Clodsire in the lead, and we have our Wiggly. We try to go for our fast move. They got their own Wiggly, so we do some damage to it, and then we try to catch a move, and yeah, we have got it. And now you can do whatever you want. Blissey is there. I had to soak everything coming its way. It's nearly difficult, like almost impossible to get rid of it. But the bad thing is that there was running Brick Break, which could have been dangerous to our Chansey, so we immediately brought back our Wiggly to get rid of or do as much damage. And this time we get a simultaneous KO. The last Pokemon is Clodsire, which is trying to do some damage to our Umbreon, but Umbreon is just so bulky it can take anything coming its way. We go for another Dark Pulse and bring back our Chansey. This Hyper Beam should be enough to kill, and yes, we get a win again. So Chansey getting us a win. Moving on to our next battle, we have Wiggly against Dunsparce. It's kind of a neutral matchup. We can give a shield and go for Icy Wind. So this team works that in a way that we have to make sure that Wigglytuff is having some health, because the charm damage is the critical thing. And in comes that Double. It's very bad for our backline, so we are trying to do as much damage to this Double as possible, and then we swap to our Umbreon. Bad news, they have Licky, which is also quite bulky, but Umbreon is also quite bulky, so it can take all the damage which is coming from their Licky, and we keep going for our Dark Pulses. We can take one more Earthquake. In comes Double. This Dark Pulse should do a lot of damage, and now we come with our Chansey. And although they have a super effective fast move, but they don't have any super effective charge move against us. So Chansey is still smiling as if nothing is happening. And this Dazzling Game has KO'd, and one more Dazzling Gleam should be enough to get a win. And they surrender. And the last battle probably. So in comes their Cradily. We stay, we go for one Icy Wind, and then we swap. Now we are staying and then swapping to Umbreon to catch a move, and we got a Rock Tomb. And in comes their Wigglytuff. They have basically done a very good. They have very good catch by opponent. Go for our Psychics now. We are running Psychic on our Umbreon just to make sure that in case there are any poison types, so we can do some super effective damage. And now it's time to bring our Chansey. Now they can do or throw as many charge moves as they want. This Chansey is gonna absorb everything, and we bring back our Umbreon and try to get rid of it, and we managed to get rid of their Cradily, which is good. And now we go for our Hyper Beam. That should do quite a lot of damage, but they basically have, and they tried to bait us with a Twister, and now I think we can farm it down, and that should be an easy win for us again. So very strong team, must try. Bye bye.